welcome to this midday market mood check with me, Nandita, Khemka, and my colleague Yatin. Mota. Well, Yatin, the monsoons are here,
Yeah.
but no washout session as such on the Lal Street. There is no excitement, but we are trading in a fairly narrow band today, given the fact that the Nifty is off session highs and we are below that 18,700 mark. If you look at the broader end of the market, there is fair bit of strength in the mid cap index. And among the sectoral movers, on the losing side, you have the likes of PSU Banks, Realty, and IT. But what's doing well is the Pharma basket, the FMCG pack. Tata Consumer, of course, has gotten an upgrade from Citi. That's why that stock is up. HUL, of course, remember Rohit Java will be taking over from Sanjeev Mehta tomorrow. Because of that, the stock is in focus. And today, there's the company's AGM as well at 2 p.m. So that stock is in focus. On the gaining side, and autos as a pocket is also doing fairly well. If you look at the Nifty gainers, Cipla, UPL, Adani twins are doing well today after the drubbing that we saw last week. You have the likes of Tata Consumer, as I mentioned, Divi's Lab. And on the losing side, the BPCL is extending its losses. Remember, Friday it was the top Nifty loser, lost somewhere around 4% or thereabouts. And today as well, it was emerging as as one of the top losers on the Nifty. Coal India, Power Grid, NTPC and TCS were among the other laggards. Let's talk about Tata Consumer then. Citi has, initiated coverage with the buy rating. It has pegged the target of 1,020 rupees on the stock. In fact, it believes that the company will strengthen its core brands going forward. It will take market share from the other players as well. And of course, the new product launches that are on the anvil will also be a growth driver for the company. Aside of that, SBI Cards has slipped on a downgrade by Nomura. Nomura has downgraded the stock to reduce. The target has been cut from 1,030 to 700 rupees a share. On the other hand, ICICI Securities, that stock has hit 52-week high. Delisting plans, Yatin, fill us in.
So, if you look at ICICI Securities, that is one of the top gainers in Nifty 500, and ICICI Bank board will consider the option of delisting on 29th of this month. Now, more importantly, what sources are indicating CNBC TV 18 that this will be not a reverse book building process that typically happens in the delisting. It will be a share swap between ICICI Bank and ICICI Securities, and that is how it gets delisted. Obviously, the proposal and the board outcome is still expected. These are news reports, but yes, there is a lot of excitement in the stock, post this particular announcement. And one more thing, Nandita, Shree Cement, that is also one stock that we need to monitor because the stock was down as much as 10% in intraday trade. After the income tax department had carried out the searches since last week, there have been allegations of tax evasion to the tune of 23,000 crores. Yes, it's one of the largest searches that the income tax department is doing, and obviously the company clarified that this is not a raid, this is a search which is going on, which is still going on today. And obviously post the outcome of the entire search process, we should be able to get a release from the income tax department as well, which is CBIC. However, the company says that it is cooperating and extending support to the entire income tax department in the matter. But yes, it's one of the serious implications which the stock has seen after a long period of time.
Right, Yatin, RVNL also in focus once again. Last week it had bagged 3 projects from Chennai Metro. And this time around, I think it has bagged a project from Mumbai Metro.
Yes, Mumbai Metro, and the total size is close to 500 crores, and that is the reason why the stock is doing well. The other gainers on the Nifty 500, if I may point out, Sun Pharma Advance, the stock is up 8% after Sun Pharma announced that they have been able to do a clinical trial, phase 1, for a drug which reduces weight.
Okay.
So, you eat a tablet and you lose weight, and this basically targeted to improve, the diabetic conditions. Let's see how the further development of this drug take place. Satluj Jal Vidyut Nigam Limited, which is SJV, and that stock is up 8% after the government is focusing on renewable energy. On the flip side, we have Ather, which is down 3%, Credit Access Grameen, that stock is down 3%, and BEML after the roadshow is down 3%. So these are the losers as far as the markets are concerned.
Okay, some other movers, I think Ipca Labs has slumped on the back of US FDA observations. In fact, the regulator has given 8 observations to its Pithampur unit. Remember, the unit was searched, searched between 15 June to
Inspection,
23rd,
yeah.
inspected, sorry, yeah, that was the word I was looking for. June 15 to June 23rd. So that's stock under pressure. PB Fintech, on the other hand, has hit a fresh 52-week high. In fact, the company held its first virtual investor meet after listing. And the company has, in fact, the IFL has a buy rating on the stock with the target price of 750. The stock has hit a fresh 52-week high today. The company has said that 80% of the traffic is organic, and IFL sees prospects when it comes to BB Fintech going
Yes.
forward. Aside of that, Landmark Cars is up once again. It had a good block deal on Friday. And, some of the names that have picked up stake are 3P India, Abacus
Abacus,
Assets, SocGen are some of the buyers in the stock. If you look at the primary market action, Idea Forge IPO has
yes.
opened up for subscription today. Issue priced anywhere between 638 rupees to 672 rupees a piece. We'll have to see how the interest really pans out when it comes to this IPO. Tomorrow we'll have Cyient DLM,
Yes,
that
that
issue
is,
opening up
yes.
as well. So lots of action in the primary markets this week. As many as 7 IPOs will hit the street,
Wow.
worth 1600, but 3 will be main board, while the others will be on NSE Emerge, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
So that is the thing. But aside of that, Nifty 500 losers, I think Yatin has already pointed out BEML, Bank of India, BDL, and the likes. And on the gaining side, ICICI Sec, as we spoke about it, Spark, BB Fintech, Mazgaon, Doc, and SJVN. Well, that was all about the movers and shakers in today's session. Well, of course, we'll be back with all the closing action at 3:30 p.m. So tune in for that. But for now, it's a goodbye from me and Yatin. Thanks a lot for tuning in. But for all your other news and financial updates, stay tuned to Money Control.